Hey YouTube, MrRampro here. I wanted to do a quick video showing off a couple of my new Leathermans. This one here, the Leatherman Rebar. I just got this last week and I'm really liking it. I will go through and show all the ins and outs of this model here in a second. And I also just got this blacked out Leatherman fuse. Now if I'm not mistaken, they quit offering the fuse in the blacked out version. I'm not 100% on that, but I'll have to double check, or you guys can look it up if you're that interested in it. But either way, got great deals on both of these, and let's go ahead and show them. This here is a Leatherman kick. Now this is kind of your basic Leatherman. I bought this one used off of the bay a long time ago, probably a year and a half. Well, not longer than that, probably 2 or 3 years ago. I don't really remember honestly, but I've used the dog shit out of this thing. So, pardon my language, that sounds terrible. My wife got on to me for cussing in my last video, so you know what? I'll knock it off. You see a little bit of rust showing up here. I do leave this in the truck for the most part. You can see the basic tools there. And let's see, there we go. And now we'll do the rebar. Alright, now what's cool about the rebar, this has been out a little while, but either way, new to me. You've got the replaceable 154 cm jaws here, the actual heavy wire cutters, which is pretty cool. Not really, a pro or con for me. I've never had them on any of my other Leathermans, and it's never been an issue. Bonus, maybe, yeah, I guess. I'm not really 100% on that, but you do have a nice finish on the blades, nice satin finish on the blade, and locking tools. Now with the kick in the background here, you don't get any locking tools, but on this Leatherman Rebar you do get locking tools, and you get quite a bit more tools too. This is a new one, so it's still fairly stiff. You can see the ring there, how it doesn't want to budge at all. Yeah, that's not wanting to move at all. Either way, you have quite a few tools on this. And a saw, that's pretty sweet. This thing here, you really have a lot, in my opinion, on this rebar. And we'll kind of move it around there so you can see it. Compared to the kick, now, I understand the kick is a basic model, so just as comparison, and I'll bring the fuse out here in a second too, you do get quite a bit. You get a, like I said, the replaceable heavy wire cutters. You get a normal flathead screwdriver. This looks to be an awl, and you get a regular, like a smaller flat tip screwdriver. Here's a lanyard hole here to attach, like a loop that comes out and locks to, I would imagine. Here's a file and your regular straight blade, and here's your saw blade and your number 2 Phillips, which I love the dedicated number 2 Phillips. It's a lot better than what you get on the Wave, in my opinion. The replaceable bits is not really anything I'm into. I like this. You can't lose it. It's there. It works. It's good to go. Can opener. I do use these can openers quite a bit. This particular model I've been carrying with me when I go out to grill stuff, and we grill quite frequently in our house. I open all the canned goods out there using it, and I usually cut open any packaging, for hot dogs or steaks or whatever it may be if we haven't marinated them, using these knives, and it's really kind of a handy little tool to have. You don't have the spring assist. I do have several Leathermans, and some of them have the spring open. Now this here, the fuse, you get quite a few things too, and what's cool about these particular Leathermans, they all have the annoyingly, I guess they're useful for Leatherman, but not for any modders that might or might want to mess with their Leathermans. All these Leathermans seem to have these multi-teeth, I don't know what the hell you call them, pivot pins or whatever, takedown pins, wherever they're at, screws. They have tons of those things in a lot of different models. Well, what's cool about that is on certain models now you can take it apart because the bases are all cut the same. So if you're into the modding, If you're on multitools.org and you see the modders forum part of that, you can take this apart and swap it out with any of these tools, The jaws can be swapped out and all that too, so that's pretty cool. I don't want to stay too long on that because I don't think it's very popular as far as the viewers on YouTube, but either way, it's there if you like it. On the fuse, you get a pair of scissors, can opener here, dedicated number 2 Phillips. You have a locking main blade. You also have, now this didn't do it right there because everything's half open, but you have a regular number, I guess that would be a number 2 flat tip, and a number 1 flathead, and then also your lanyard loop there. And you have regular pliers. You don't have the replaceable ones. Just like the kick, this is a blacked out version. I really wanted to show that based off of the price, I think that this Leatherman rebar is excellent. I really don't see any problems with it. I think it's a great multi-tool. I like how it's smaller than the Leatherman 300, which I do not have, and it kind of fits into my EDC category quite easy. I like how the Leatherman kick is so lightweight that I can throw it in my back pocket and I'm not weighted down, and that's really why I got the kick, just to have a really lightweight multi-tool with me that I could carry around, because my Leatherman wave kind of gets a little heavy. Here's my Victorinox Swiss tool, and this thing's heavy. I have to wear it on my sheath on my belt, and if I don't have it with me, or if I don't feel like putting it on, I'm not going to carry it. Well, I can toss this in my back pocket, and it kind of helps out a little bit. Same with these two. I think they'll fit in pretty good. I think that you will probably have to have this on a sheath as well, just because it has so many tools. But either way, really nice multi-tools. This is more of like a rambling video, nothing scientific by far. But either way, I think you guys would be fairly happy with it if you decided to purchase the rebar or the fuse, for that matter, the kick, any one of these multi-tools here. I really love the Swiss tool. That's been my EDC for a long time, so this is actually going to take its place for the next little while, and I'll see how it works out, and if it sucks, then I'll go right back to my Swiss tool, so we'll see how it is. Either way, you guys have a good time, and thanks for putting up with my annoying sick butt while I'm doing all this kind of crap. I feel like junk and decided to make a couple of videos, so I appreciate you guys hanging out during the video making process. Thanks a lot. Bye.